By applying what I will share with you in this video, you will be sure to invest your first $1,000 in the smartest way possible for your current situation. Let's start right now. I know how hard it is to save your first $1,000. For me, it was harder than saving $10,000 because I had to get rid of my bad financial habit. Only then I was able to save my first 1,000. But after that, it was just a matter of time until I reached 10,000. I divided this video into 3 parts. In part 1, we will discuss what you need to achieve before you start investing. Part 2 will be about different ways to invest $1,000. And finally, part 3, that's my bonus for you. If $1,000 is all the money you have, the last thing you want to do is invest it. Because at this stage, you have to start first by building your emergency fund. This fund is the base of your financial success. It protects you from going back into debt. Without it, you stay at the mercy of random unexpected expenses that will come your way. This will open you the door of not living paycheck to paycheck. It's the money that you use instead of your credit card when you have an emergency. It is also the money that you can rely on if you lose your job. The first rule of investing is to only invest money that you will not need in the future. This is impossible to achieve unless you have an emergency fund. But how much money you should have into it? If you are completely debt-free, you should have enough money to cover your expenses for at least 3 to 6 months. Because there is no better investment than peace of mind, knowing that no matter what happens, you are covered for 6 months. On the other hand, if you have debt, then $1,000 is all what you need. This will tackle the small unexpected expenses coming your way while you focus on paying off your debt, which is the second step that you need to achieve before investing. You have to be completely debt-free because the best investment possible is paying off your debt. Here is why. There is no such thing as a safe investment. Therefore, when you invest $1,000, you can either make or lose money. But when you have $1,000 debt on your credit card at a 20% annual interest rate, you know that unless you pay it off, that $1,000 will cost you $200 each year in interest. Therefore, by paying it off, you are sure to save $200 each year. These 2 steps are essential for your financial success. It will either make you or break you. Now, it's time to speak about investing. Here, I will go from low risk to high risk investments, starting with number 1, investing in bonds. A bond is a loan given to a company or a government by an investor. That's you. In other words, you lend $1,000 to a company or government, they will use it to fund a new project paying you interest on your money. Bonds are viewed as lower risk investments. Here is exactly how they work. Your city wants to build a new football stadium. For that, they decide to issue bonds to raise money. Each bond represents $1,000 and your city promises to pay it back in 3 years. To make it attractive to you, they agree to pay an annual interest rate of 3%. This means that you will get paid $30 each year. And after 3 years, when the bond reaches maturity, they will return your money. What makes bonds be safer than stocks is the guarantee to receive your money back after a certain period of time. You also know exactly how much you will make in interest. Of course, like any other investment, bonds are not entirely risk-free. The main risk is called default risk. When the issuer, in our example the city, defaults to pay you back. The main rule is that the higher the default risk, the higher the interest rate. And it is based on the issuer's financial stability. For example, governments are considered extremely stable, therefore giving a lower interest rate. On the other hand, corporate bonds represent a higher risk. Even the most prominent companies can go bankrupt, hence offering a higher interest rate. Let me know in the comment section if you would like me to do a full video about bonds. Number 2, index funds. If you are watching this video, it most likely means that you've never invested in your life. This is why I believe that an index fund is a perfect place to start. An index fund is a form of a mutual fund that tracks a market index. A market index is a segment of a financial market, like the S&P 500, representing the 500 largest publicly traded companies in the US. When you invest $1,000 in an index fund, you are actually buying small fractions of hundreds of different companies. This exposure to multiple stocks allows you to diversify, making it less risky than buying stocks in a single company. Index funds are for people looking to invest passively, not necessarily caring about beating the market, but more interested into matching the market. It is for those who don't have the time or the knowledge to make all the research involved in picking an individual stock, which is very hard even for advanced investors. A survey done in 2013 showed that index investing outperformed active investing 80 to 90% of the time. The best way to buy an index, in my opinion, is through Vanguard. They are the biggest player in the room, being around for many years and actually inventing index funds back in 1976. They also have low commissions compared to their competitors, and over $3 trillion are invested through Vanguard, so they are not going anywhere. Just to know, this is not a sponsored video. I am just a very happy customer. Let me know in the comment section if you would like me to make a video with a step-by-step guide on how to invest with Vanguard. The third way to invest $1,000 is through dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are companies that pay you a percentage of their earnings in exchange for holding their shares. For example, if you buy a share with Coca-Cola, they will pay you 3.65% each year just because you own that stock. They do this because they're a huge company and their growth rate is slowing down. Therefore, because they have less room to grow, they pay dividends to compensate for that, keeping everybody happy. Here is how it works. You invest $1,000 into a company you like. In exchange, they give you, let's say, 4% in dividends. For you, this means a $40 profit in 1 year. You can then choose either to take that money and spend it, or be wise and use it to buy more stocks, now having $1,040 invested at 4%. This will give you a profit of $41.6 after another year. And by reinvesting each year, your profit will keep growing, increasing your capital. The goal with dividend investing is to build a dividend portfolio, starting with £1,000 but continually investing more money. Therefore, increasing your dividends and making more passive income. Bear in mind that your stock can go down, even if it's a very safe company. For example, Coca-Cola fell almost 30% in March 2020 due to the illness that I'm not allowed to name. My advice is to only start investing in stocks when you have enough knowledge. This will prevent you from doing mistakes like selling at a loss based on fear when the markets are down. So, if you've never invested in the stock market before, just start with index funds. They are a no-brainer. Only buy dividend stocks when you feel confident enough in yourself. My next video will be on how to pick a dividend stock. If it's already out, you can click here to watch it. Just before we move to the third part, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to smash that like button. Do it now. If you don't like it, then smash the thumb down button twice, just to be sure. The third part is about life-changing investments that you can do with $1,000. The problem when you have only $1,000 is that it will take you a long time to see life-changing results. Let's say you pick a great index that brings you 30% profit. That means $300 in profit. Even if you manage to double your money, you will only make an extra $1,000. These returns are not gonna move the needle that much in your life. Investing in the stock market, either in dividend stocks or in index funds, will not make you wealthy in your 30s or 40s unless you have a substantial capital. These are long-term investments. You will only see their benefits after 10, 20 or even 30 years. But if your goal is to become rich before your 60s, then you have to look for another form of investment. One form is investing in yourself. This is by far the most valuable investment that you can make with $1,000. It can change your life more than anything else. People don't realize and recognize how powerful information can be. Take books, for example. You can extract and consume a whole lifetime of someone's experience and knowledge in a matter of days, bringing you the benefits of applying that knowledge into your own life. The best part is that books are extremely cheap for the value they offer and the return you can get if you apply what you learn. An example from my life would be the book Atomic Habits. It taught me how to effectively implement new habits and get rid of bad ones. By applying what I've learned, I've been able to lose weight, eat healthier and dramatically improve my time management skills. You can get this book for free with Audible. I will leave you a link for it in the description. Another way is to buy a course. Learning a new skill that will help you access a better paid job or start a business. This will over time increase your income, allowing you to invest more money. The second thing is investing in your own business. If you want to take your finances into your own hand, building a business is the way to do it. No one ever became rich by investing. Not even Warren Buffett. People think that he's just an investor like you and I, buying stocks and hoping for the best. That's completely wrong. He buys massive positions into companies, allowing him to influence them, like choosing their management or making important decisions. The money he has also gives him the power to influence the markets in a way that you and I will never be able to. Don't be fooled. Warren Buffett is a businessman, not an investor. So, if you want a business, $1,000 is more than enough to start a side hustle. And if you are willing to learn and to improve, that side hustle can transform into a business, turning that $1,000 into tens of thousands, allowing you to quit your job and make more money than you ever thought possible while loving what you do. These are the investments that I prioritize the most. Invest in myself and in my business. I know that there is no market out there that will give me a higher return. Investing in myself taught me how to manage my finances properly and become debt-free. It also taught me how to invest in the stock market. Without it, I wouldn't be able to do this video, create this channel, or turn it into a business. Ideally, you want to invest in all three: yourself, your business, and the markets. But if you only have $1,000, then start by investing in yourself, then in your business. These two are interlinked. The more you invest in yourself, the more your business will grow. And the more you will grow. You can later invest the profits from your business into the stock market or other long-term investment opportunities. Finally, if you want to know what nobody tells you about passive income here on YouTube, make sure to watch this video, but not before smashing the like button. My name is Reda and my mission is to help you master your mind, money and destiny, bringing you one step closer to financial freedom. See you next week.